Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Well, we're in for a cold start to your weekend, but the local forecasters are tracking a warm-up that will definitely be worth the wait. Plus, a new mobile effort to get more people vaccinated for the coronavirus. But first, CDC advisors are meeting today to decide whether to continue using the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. That's story tops our news here at noon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Evrod Cassamy. As you know, the CDC paused the one-shot dose of the J&J vaccine last week after a handful of reports of rare blood clots. Well, CDC investigators are now looking into a new case. It's a case of a woman in Oregon who actually died not long after receiving the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. As Sam Brock reports, it comes as vaccine hesitancy continues to cause concern.
Overnight, the CDC investigating the death of an Oregon woman who developed a serious blood clot within 2 weeks of getting the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. The woman, in her 50s, was vaccinated before the CDC recommended a national pause on the J&J shot after 6 other women developed the rare and dangerous blood clot, and one also died. Oregon authorities saying the case has not yet been officially linked to the vaccine.
The symptoms were consistent with all the cases so far. This is still extremely rare. There's only about 7 cases in a total of 7.5 million vaccinated across the country.
A CDC advisory board is set to decide whether to lift the pause on the vaccine today. It comes as health officials across the country are trying to help overcome vaccine hesitancy.
Well, I did it.
I did it.
I did it.
In South Florida, the hope that campaigns like this can combat reluctance that's partially fueling a spring surge.
We are currently in the middle of a surge in South Florida. The only way out of that is by getting everybody vaccinated. We need to reach herd immunity.
Statewide, hospitalizations are up 22% over the past 4 weeks, with new infections also rising in Florida across all age groups. But a lack of recent demand for vaccine shots has prompted some large public hospitals to suspend community vaccine programs in favor of pop-up sites and mobile units like this one.
We younger people, we tend to think that, oh, since we have a better immune system, like, oh, I don't need to get vaccinated, but it's not the same for your family members.
In fact, doctors say young children are far from immune to COVID-19. Children under 16 aren't yet eligible for vaccines. But the White House is hoping to persuade adults with the help of a new social media initiative featuring athletes and celebrities like Ryan Seacrest and Eva Longoria, hoping Americans continue to sign up and stop a 4th wave. While all eyes remain on the CDC's J&J decision in hours.
And that was Sam Brock reporting. And now we want to get you updated on the latest coronavirus headlines here at home in our state of Michigan. A record number of children here in our state have been hospitalized this week. The data shows 70 children were in the hospital with severe symptoms. That's twice as many as the worst days of Michigan's fall surge. Experts blame a more transmissible variant and more children being exposed. And overall, the state reports more than 4,800 new cases with 108 more deaths. New numbers are expected to be released sometime this afternoon. Over to Berkeley now. A new effort begins there to try and reach more Metro Detroiters right in their own backyards. We were talking about this new mobile vaccine clinic. Well, it's open today in Berkeley, and that's where we find Local 4's Larry Spruill. He joins us now live with more. Are there people lining up, Larry?
Well, good afternoon, Evrod. That mobile clinic is going on right now, and it's a very simple concept. People are pulling up right here to this parking lot. You roll down your window, and the shot is available right here and right now. Now, let's take a look at some of the video from this clinic from earlier this afternoon. Now, Yad Ezra, which is a local kosher food pantry here in Berkeley, is hosting this clinic in partnership with Wayne Health Mobile Unit, which is a part of Wayne State University and Blue Cross Shield of Michigan. Now, here's what they are doing. They're offering 300 Moderna vaccinations today, and so far about 75 to 80 shots have already been given out. Now, it's both walk-up and drive-through. The clinic says this is an easy way to meet the needs of the people.
We like to do things that serve the greater community. A number of our clients trust us because they've been coming to us for so many years. And so the idea of having a vaccine pop-up clinic here, I thought might be a way to sway some people who were reluctant or hesitant about getting the vaccine because they know and trust us.
Especially in Michigan, you know, with the variances and everything going up so much higher, it just made sense for our family to do everything that we could to protect ourselves.
Now, it ends at 3 o'clock today, so you still have time to drive up or even walk up and get the vaccination shot. So you still have plenty of time. It ends at 3 o'clock today. We are live in Berkeley this afternoon. Larry Sproul, Local 4.
Glad to see them doing that there, Larry. We've seen clinics before that were empty at certain periods of the day. What is it looking like there? Are we seeing a lot of people showing up to get vaccinated?
And so, right, Evrod, when we pulled up earlier this afternoon, there were people already here pulling up. More people have pulled up as well. People are right behind me, as you can see, getting the vaccination shot. So it's very active today, and a lot of people are taking full advantage of this opportunity. Evrod?
All right. Larry Sproul reporting live for us this afternoon. Plenty of time to get out there and get your vaccine if you live in the Berkeley area. We have more vaccination information on our website, clickondetroit.com. As far as the weather goes, well, jacket weather, at least for right now, Brandon. 58 degrees on our finally Friday.
Yeah, and right on the borderline there of sweatshirt, jacket kind of weather, but the clouds over the area will give way to more sunshine, and we expect a decent little warm up through your Friday afternoon. 57 Detroit, we've got 56 Ann Arbor, 59 Port Huron. West-northwest winds are going to shift to the west-southwest, and yeah, they'll be 10 to 20 miles an hour, so we will get back into brighter sunshine after 1 or 2 o'clock, and numbers will take off. 61 at 2, 63 our high today. You can see just a little batch of clouds, rogue little batch, but the western half of the state is clear, and we will see some of that clearing, bringing sunshine and warming this afternoon. This weekend, Evrod, we have rain coming. We'll discuss when. And then next week, yeah, no mo snow. We're talking about 70s and 80s instead.
We like the sound of that, Brandon. Thank you. Sheriff's deputies have brought a peaceful ending to a barricaded situation in Waterford Township. Take a look. This is video from the scene. It's right there near Lakeview Street. And members of the Oakland County Sheriff's Office SWAT team were on the scene to assist police. And we're told the suspect is now in custody. Luckily, nobody was hurt during this entire ordeal. And in Detroit now, police are investigating a deadly stabbing on the city's west side. It happened around 4:30 this morning on 2nd Street, right near McNichols and Woodward. We're told officers found a man in his 40s with stab wounds, and he did die from his injuries. Police are not releasing his identity right now. The westbound lanes of I-96 at Michigan Avenue are back open after being closed because of a crash earlier. It happened just before 8:30 this morning, and it involved a service truck and a car. Michigan State Police were there investigating. They've not released any information on injuries or what led up to the crash. Tomorrow is National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, and the Detroit Police Department and the Drug Enforcement Administration, or the DEA, are partnering together to help residents safely get rid of their medications. Now, anybody can drop off your expired, unused, or unwanted medications. It's from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. tomorrow at Detroit Police Precincts or at the Youth Connection nonprofit. At the last Take-Back Day in October, the DEA collected close to 500 tons of unwanted medications. Officials say that it's essential that you dispose of these unused medications because they might be used the wrong way.
The safety of families, and we do not want anyone taking any prescription medication that has not been prescribed to them, that is old, that is expired. These things can harm you.
They certainly can. And here's the thing, Detroit Police has a competition among its precincts. Whichever one collects the most medications will receive a golden toilet. It's an interesting consolation prize there. But make sure you turn in your prescriptions tomorrow. Still to come, it's a race against time to find a missing submarine in Indonesia. And now the U.S. is joining crews to help locate this sub before it runs out of oxygen. But first, a new crew on its way to the International Space Station aboard a SpaceX spacecraft.